Hey yo, what up? It's your boy Slimmy, and today we're gonna go straight into the Valorant patch notes for 4.03. The patch just dropped today on the 15th of February, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm just gonna get into my thoughts. So Brimstone's ultimate now properly blocks gameplay visibility while active, meaning you will no longer see enemies on the minimap through the ultimate, and that's fantastic. There's been too many times where you'll be playing, let's say it's Brimstone, not Brim now, but if you're as Brimstone, I'm ulting here. I can see that another Sova is on the other end or whoever through the ultimate on my minimap. So then I can since I see them on my minimap, shoot through the ultimate and essentially get a kill. It's kind of like giving yourself cover without really giving yourself the cover. It's a two-way battle, but I think that that's a really positive change. Then also it says abilities that require line of sight like flashes and Sova recon pulses will no longer apply through the ultimate, which is fantastic because it never made sense how a Sova can shoot behind, or like, well, not behind, but like kind of near the ultimate, and the dart still just scans through it. You got a whole solar beam coming down, you're still getting scanned through it. It's ridiculous. So both positive changes. Then we also have the deathmatch changes. Finally, I've been waiting for some deathmatch changes. Apparently it seems that they've changed the spawn logic a little bit. So it says removed in some cases, relocated dangerous spawn locations. And I'm sure everybody in deathmatch, you're spawning right in front of somebody and you can just right click them right then and there when the game doesn't even really start. So I'm pretty sure they fixed some of that. It also says spawn logic will now favor respawn locations farther away from where you are defeated. And I think that's great because there's too many times in Valorant Deathmatch where you can kill somebody and then they spawn right around the corner and come and kill you like a revenge spawn. It's ridiculous. Apparently, they also said that they fixed an issue where the warm-up phase was not using spawn logic properly. Probably what I was talking about when someone spawns right in front of you. And respawn time reduced from 3 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Now, I'll say this is the biggest change for Deathmatch, because it'll make the matches go faster. Not only will the matches go by faster, but you can keep a little bit more momentum as you're training, because if everybody's spawning like every 1.5 seconds, there could be somebody over here potentially. So you're over here jiggling there, jiggle here, potentially, or you got another angle to cover. Every 1.5 seconds you can be moving because somebody else is going to be spawning potentially. I think that's awesome. I think that's a really awesome change and a welcome one for sure. Social updates. Updated AFK detection in game to deter players from exploiting game modes to farm EXP. Probably like games like Spike Rush and whatnot. I know people do that all the time. So we also have some performance updates. It seems like this is going to be more CPU based, which is awesome because I actually just upgraded my CPU. So I'm not going to get too much into that one. I want to get more into the gameplay changes. I think this is a really awesome change. So for people that play like Counter-Strike or whatnot, they've had the option to do something like this, and it can actually help with your mechanics a little bit. But added the option to return to strongest weapon. So instead of always having to press 1 to go back to my op or Vandal or Phantom, you're gonna auto equip your weapon. It's gonna always go back to that strongest weapon no matter what button you press, basically. So that's cool. Esports features, projectiles follow. Alrighty. I guess pretty much that's pretty much everything that seems like relevant as far as for the patch notes for today's update. But I also wanted to talk about Yoru. So what we're gonna do is go over to him. The State of the Agents, Yoru Part 2. We've been waiting for this rework for so long, and well overdue. Finally getting some information on it, and I'm just way excited for it, but scared as well. So first off, what we're gonna talk about is his fake out ability now. Now with his fake out ability, sorry, we have the decoy here. Awesome, right? You can fake footsteps. You can place them as well. Well, now he's going to send out a clone, and it's going to look a little bit like this. So just looking at that there is ridiculous, right? From another perspective, then we have this. So this is where I say it gets scary, right? Um, we know that flashes in Valorant are really powerful, and we know that they can last up to I think about what 3 seconds, probably even longer. So look at this. Even though I kind of didn't look at it, it still affects me, right? Looking right at it, super blind. Well, apparently what happens here is when you send out your fake out, you send a clone, and once you shoot that clone, if anybody shoots that clone, it automatically turns and faces you. When that happens, it's going to flash you. You have time to dodge, sure, but this cone of effect area is huge. So you gotta not only worry about shooting the clone for yourself. So if somebody sends a clone out here, I shoot it. Yeah, okay, it sucks for me. That whole area can hit anybody else behind you. This is where it gets scary because if anybody else behind you gets hit because you shot the clone, you become the problem and you can mess up your whole team. Even this can destroy a whole round for you. So that's scary enough, but it goes on. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, with him sending out a clone, he can double flash now. So you shoot that, then you shoot the clone as well by accident. You're done, probably. The play potential is getting crazy. So next we have his gate crash, which is his E. His E is just simply his teleport. Pretty awesome, right? Once you send out your E in the patch now, or the version that we're currently in, you can't simply cancel the teleport. Once you send it, you have to full send it. You have to keep going. Like, that's it. Either you decide to use it or you don't. Well, now they've changed that. So you now have the option, apparently, to send out your portal and cancel it. The only thing here, though, is it gets tricky because when you send out your portal, or fake it out, sorry, and you cancel it, it sounds like a regular TP. So I can, as a Yoru main, or well, not as a Yoru main, but as if I'm playing Yoru, I can essentially plant bomb here, right? Start planting, send out a TP here, right? I'm done planting. I have this door closed for tree. The only way to come here, rafters, or break the tree door. I have a TP here. If I cancel that TP, it's gonna sound like I came from the right side. So they're going to look at the right side. Therefore, I can peek rafters whenever need be, or if a diffuse is happening, they're gonna be looking at the right side. They won't be looking for the left. Boom. So that's where this gets even scarier. The play potential is ridiculous. But that's not it, because it gets even crazier. So now we have Yoru's ult finally, right? And with Yoru's ult, it gets a bit nuts. So now he can use his ult and all his abilities with it, right? Before it was just simply his X and you couldn't do anything else. Just like this. As you can see here, he's teleporting, he's using his flashes. No matter what, he can use his abilities, and there's nothing you can stop him or do to stop him, because he's no longer revealed to enemies. So that makes it even harder to know where he's at, other than his footsteps, which you can now hear, which is awesome. But not knowing where he's at and just seeing a flash come out of nowhere, not to mention that he can just send clones as well, it's kind of scary. His nearsighted was also removed, so as you can see, it's not so like you're just in a specific area. You can see everywhere where you're running while nobody can see you. It gets a bit scary, right? His unequipped delay time was increased slightly, so that means like he can no longer just simply jump out and shorty you anymore with his ult, which used to be annoying. And what people would do was, if somebody's outside of this little circle that you see around me, if they're right outside that area, I do that, and then you just teleport back. I didn't have a TP ready, but everybody knows to play. So these changes are really interesting as far as Yoru goes. The patch notes for today, 4.03, were also nice, but Yoru is what I'm really excited for, and I think we can see a lot of potential for him. So I don't know, you guys let me know what you guys think. You guys agree with anything of what I'm saying here? Like, do you think his outplay potential could be crazier, that we could see some really nice plays happening now due to this rework. I mean, it was well deserved. It was really needed, and I feel like these reworks, if they go as good as they did with this Yoru, I mean, the longevity of this game can just keep going even further and further. And I mean, essentially, he's like a whole new character, you know. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys like. Tell me how you guys feel about the rework, and yeah, let's just hope for the best here. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be strong as hell. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you liked, and have a good one, guys.